What was the how did the winning song go last year?
Oh, Junior.
Was it anyone I wanna be? Guys, we are back. How do we say that? Chris, I've been doing like we are back in different languages. How do I do it in Welsh?
Do you know, I can't genuinely think of what I have to say. Yeah, it's the few words I don't know.
I'm going to go, we are... I can't even do it in a Welsh accent. That's awful. You just say it, Chris.
You say Croeso nôl, welcome back.
That sounded lovely. Anyway, we're back. We're talking about Junior Eurovision. Again, we were saying last time, we can't believe, like, how soon Junior Eurovision is. It's like in a few months' time. That's crazy. But we're talking, sad, we're talking about some withdrawing countries. So more news came through kind of over the past week or so about Israel and Azerbaijan. So, Jess, tell us about, I think Israel were the first to announce that they were withdrawing from Junior Eurovision this year.
Yes, I believe they were. And from what I've read about it online, I don't think they've Israel or the broadcaster have given like a concrete reason or reasons as to why, but I think it's kind of heavily speculated. It's probably to do with the fact that they've spent a lot of money hosting Eurovision this year, and so I think then probably a lot of other things within the broadcaster are going to have to maybe take a bit of a backseat while they kind of maybe try and recover the costs of hosting Eurovision. But I personally have a feeling that also they may not have been 100% happy with their kind of finishing placing last year Junior Eurovision. So I think that combined with kind of money and funding is probably why they're withdrawing. But don't quote me on that though.
Chris, it's a shame, isn't it? Because how many did they come back last year, Israel? Have I just totally made that up? You're the experts on Junior Eurovision.
They did, yeah. They took part in 2012. That was their debut. Then they withdrew for a couple of years, and they came back in 2016. Then withdrew in 2017, and then came back in 2018.
Oh, so maybe they're just following the trend that they've created. Then.
Yeah, it's just a kind of random. They just randomly go from one year to the next. I think.
It's a shame. It's a shame, though, don't you think?
Oh, definitely. You know, any country withdrawing from such a big competition, and especially now the Junior Eurovision is. To me, it seems to have really found its niche, and the fact last year there was a record break in 20 countries, and it's a shame that they're not part of and maybe another record breaking year again, which is, it's a shame. And it was a good song last year. And it was very Israeli, the song they sang last year. It was lovely. And it's a shame we wouldn't hear that style of song in this year's competition.
Yeah, it's they've got good reason. I mean, obviously, the Israeli broadcaster was going through difficulties over the past few years anyway, and I think at one point people were even saying, will they be able to host Eurovision? So personally, I'm happy that they spent all the money they could on hosting an amazing Eurovision in Tel Aviv, and if 1 year's participation in Junior Eurovision is kind of lost because of that, then so be it, because it's
I'll get any priorities, like getting back into shape and stuff. So
yeah, and let's just hope it's like 1 year out. Yeah. Save up a bit of dollar. A few. I can't remember what the currency was in Israel. Was it shekels?
Shekels.
Shekels. Yeah. And hopefully come back next year with a bang. Maybe next year they'll win it. Who knows? But I was really thinking, like, when we go to Poland this year, there's going to be even more countries taking part. And I didn't even consider countries withdrawing. And, we've already got these two. It's not all bad news, because we've got Spain, who are making a comeback after a long, long time. Clara's not here, but we've got to go, ole! You can watch our video about Spain coming back up there somewhere. Not all bad news. But then we also heard, Chris, about Azerbaijan.
I know, and for me, it's a really big shame. Just as in adult Eurovision, I find that the quality of these songs in Junior Eurovision is really good. And, you know, Azerbaijan took a 4-year break before coming back last year, and the national broadcaster ITV have opted not to be in it this year, which is a big shame. But I think genuinely, because the result, I believe they came 16th last year from what I can remember, and I think they put a lot of money and effort into the video and the performance, and it just didn't pay off for them. And I think as a result, maybe that's the reason why they put in, and the interest isn't there. I don't think as much as the adult Eurovision is another reason why I believe they've pulled out. So for me, it's a big shame, because I loved the song last year and I was looking forward to something new this year. But yeah, we won't be seeing Azerbaijan in Poland this year.
There's so much songwriting and talent in Azerbaijan now as well, and you know, let's be real, Azerbaijan's got money to burn. So the fact that they spent a lot of money on their participation last year, they spend a lot of money on everything. So yeah, it is a shame. Sometimes I don't like it when if a country gets a bad result and then they think, oh, we're not doing this again. And you've got countries like San Marino in adult Eurovision that will keep trying. So it's a shame. I tend to like Azerbaijani songs in Junior Eurovision and adult Eurovision. So yeah, sad, but again, hopefully they'll be back next year. Jess, I think you're normally an Azerbaijan fan in Junior Eurovision.
I would say I'm more of an adult Azerbaijan fan than a junior one, but yeah, they have sent some. I mean, they've only sent 3 entries to Junior Eurovision so far, and they've all been very good. But I think with Azerbaijan, I think they've managed to crack Eurovision, and they know how to send a very good quality song with a good staging that's going to stand out and do well. But I think with Junior Eurovision, they just need a little bit more practice, a little bit more work. I don't think they've quite cracked it yet, which is a shame, because they have all the potential in the world to do very well. But on all their participation so far, they've never done as well as they've been expecting to, and they've spent a lot of money and haven't got the results that they wanted to. So I think maybe they're having a bit of a, I don't want to say a sulk, but maybe they're just a little bit disappointed that all the money they spent wasn't kind of reflected with like a good enough placing, if that makes sense. So I think maybe they need to kind of take a year out, take a back seat, kind of regroup and rethink about how to approach Junior Eurovision in a different way. So hopefully they can kind of match Eurovision and be like a powerhouse in Junior as well as Eurovision. That's my opinion.
Go on, Chris.
And I was going to think they've got every potential, because in my opinion, there was nothing wrong with the song last year. I was actually listening to that song on the train coming back to my house today, believe it or not, the Azerbaijan song. From
I'd love to live in your world sometimes.
It's a crazy world, trust me. But yeah, I was listening to it and I think, they haven't done a lot wrong. You know, I presuming the staging could have been a bit better and a bit more could have been done, because it was quite basic with it on the box and singing. But yeah, I just think it was a shame for them, and I'm hoping that they're not going to take another 4-year break and they'll actually be back in 2020.
Because you could see like Azerbaijan hosting Junior Eurovision and putting on an amazing show, and it's a surprise that they haven't. I mean, I don't think they've ever been to hosted it, have they?
No,
I don't think they have.
And the thing with Junior Eurovision as well, you don't necessarily have to win it to host it. You know, several countries have hosted it without actually winning it the previous year. So I would have thought that the country would have, as you said, Andy, they've got money to burn. So just burn it on Junior Eurovision.
Or spend some on us.
yes, please.
I mean, maybe that's their plan. Maybe they have a plan to take a year out so they don't have to spend money on participation this year, so they can save all their money to put on a huge, fantastic show next year. Anything's possible.
I like your thinking, Jess.
And if you're watching this, Azerbaijan TV broadcaster people, it's a good plan.
Please do, we'll come.
And I would love to visit Azerbaijan, so
yeah. Maybe if I go, I'll get a new bracelet, because I've literally just broken my bracelet. It's just gone all over the floor. Sorry if you saw me looking down, getting distracted. I always fiddle with my bracelet, and it literally has just gone all over the floor. My little souvenir from Israel. That's what happens when you withdraw Israel. Your bracelets break. So yeah, sad news. We're still gonna revel in the fact that Spain are coming back. So maybe we will still have an even bigger Junior Eurovision than we did last year in Minsk. And we're aiming for 21 countries at least. I'd love to see it even bigger and better.
Yeah.
I was going to say the official list hasn't come out yet. So far, I think 19 countries have said that they want to do it. So last year I wasn't expecting 20, so I'm hoping it'll be at least 20 again this year. So we don't know officially how many are, but there should be at least 19 from what countries are saying they're going to do.
It'll be exciting to see the final list. But guys, what do you think about Israel and Azerbaijan withdrawing from Junior Eurovision? Don't forget to let us know in the comments. Give the video a like, subscribe to the Eurovoxx channel, give us a like on Facebook, tweet us on Twitter, find us on Instagram. Otherwise, until next time, see ya.
Bye.
Bye.